Welcome back to Blake's Take. I'm Blake Neiman, and I'll give you my take on local and national sports from the Willamette Valley and beyond. I hope you all are having a fantastic Monday. Just had a great weekend. I hope you all got some productiveness done, and I hope you all just made it through watching some great action this weekend all around the sports world, especially in our favorite sport here in America with football, college football, NFL, you name it. It was just great all around, and I hope to get right into it with some news about it. Starting off with a college football matchup that we had this weekend with the battle of the unbeaten teams in number 13 BYU versus number 18 Coastal Carolina. Neither team would get much of a start early until Coastal Carolina's C.J. Merbell would power through some defenders into the end zone with just 10 seconds remaining in the first. The Cougars would then respond with great blocks by their O-line that let Algier cut back and go off to the races and into the end zone for the 42-yard score. Coastal Carolina would then do what they do best and eat up clock, down to 4 minutes on that drive where they would cap it off with a rushing touchdown to take back the lead. Great possession there by them. The Cougars would then get the last laugh, though, in this first half with Zach Wilson connecting with Dak Milne, who would tiptoe down the sideline and into the end zone with a very skillful touchdown. However, right before halftime, Wilson would try and huck a Hail Mary to do something, try and get a score before half, and it would be picked off, but Wilson was very far away of the play and had no chance of making a tackle, and still ended up getting lit up by Coastal Carolina defenders repeatedly, which ultimately made this game personal. Unfortunate action there, but, you got to protect your quarterback there in that situation for BYU. Each team would have a pair of field goals in the third, which would keep Coastal Carolina within one. Coastal Carolina would then reclaim their lead in the fourth with C.J. Merbell walking into the end zone to take the 22-17 lead late. BYU would then get one more chance with 3 seconds remaining in the game, where Zach Wilson would connect with Dak Milne, who would just fall 1 yard short. And BYU would end up losing this game 22-17, so very unfortunate. It was like the Tennessee Titans versus the Rams in the Super Bowl, where that he just extended and just happened to be 1 yard short of the goal line, and which could have won the game. But it was unfortunate for the BYU Cougars in this game, and unfortunate loss. But they tried their best, and it was whatever. But that 1 yard, that's a killer, and that's a huge loss for them, but it's okay. They're going to battle back, and we'll see how Coastal Carolina moves up in the rank after this upsetting win. So great action there. As far as NFL goes, we had great excitement and battles over the weekend, like we always do in the highest of leagues. Starting off with the surprisingly good game out in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Each team would have a really slow start, each just having a field goal in the first quarter. Then the Broncos would get things started in the second quarter with Drew Lock dumping one off to Tim Patrick for the score. The Chiefs would then only have 2 more field goals in the half to go into halftime behind in this game, 10-9. Then in the third, Tim Patrick would moss a Chiefs defender to give the Broncos the lead and some belief that they could win this game. However, before the quarter ended, Mahomes would scramble around the pocket and throw one to Travis Kelce, who would power through the end zone and take back the lead. The Chiefs would then make it a tough situation for the Broncos late in this game, with them scoring a field goal to make it a touchdown with lead with only a minute remaining. The Broncos would try and get things started and get something going, but would ultimately get shut down by Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, and the Chiefs would hang on to get the 22-16 victory in this game. So very action-packed, and I'm actually surprised by how well the Broncos were played after this horrible QB situation that they've had lately with mixing it around. And Drew Lock really stepped up last night, and so did Tim. And they all just stepped up, and they really got it done and put on a great effort, and arguably the greatest team in the NFL right now. So a great battle for the Broncos in this game, and not much to hang their heads about last night. Great battle for them, and huge steps to trying to make it good and finish strong in this AFC West division. Hopefully catch up to the Raiders in second place, and maybe see how they'll finish off this season. So we'll see how it goes for them. As far as the rest of the NFL goes, the Patriots shut out the Chargers hardcore 45-0. Crazy. The Giants upset the Seahawks. Wow, that was pretty crazy.
The Rams handed the Cardinals yet another loss. Cardinals are now 6-6. The Browns secured a winning record for the first time in 13 years. Great there. The Colts edged out the Titans. The Vikings survived a close call with the 1-11 Jags. The Saints beat the Falcons for the 9th straight time, and they just got the win over them. The Tua led Miami to a win over the Bengals. The Lions beat the Bears. And the Jets, the so poor Jets. They almost won. Lost by a touchdown. But they're still defeated. 0-12. Congratulations. So great action in the NFL this weekend, except for the Jets once again. But I'm looking forward to some great matchups throughout the week. This weekend into next weekend, it's always great to watch some NFL action on Sundays. So wait to see what happens next week. As far as local sports, both the Beavers and Ducks football teams lost this weekend. Unfortunately, the Ducks got upset for their second straight loss by Cal in a close battle-fought game, and they got shut down. Cal outscored them in the second half and just ultimately took the game from Oregon, who was the college football favorite for the Pac-12, but now is just probably going to end up being unranked. So unfortunate loss for Oregon. However, the Beavers almost got the win. They had a chance late in the game, but ultimately got shut down and lost 30-24 to Utah. Great efforts there. We'll see if they will come back next week. Normally, I would go more in depth about these games and try and give more information on how the game went and what happened to the play occurrences. But I have something more important to talk about right now. With many athletes knowing, high school athletes knowing what today was. It was a huge day for OSAA making their decision on what our sports are going to look like this year for high schoolers. And they finished off an agreement today, as in the revised calendar. In the revised calendar that they adopted, fall sports now are moved to season 2 and will begin in February with multiple activities permitted by state guidance. Season 3 features the traditional spring activities in baseball, softball, and track, and field and tennis, all of which permitted by state guidance outdoor activities. These will begin April 5th and extend into mid-May. The sports calendar then wraps up with Season 4 and traditional winter sports such as swimming, basketball, and wrestling, beginning in mid-May and extending into late June. The shift of wrestling and basketball to the end of the calendar provides indoor activities and the governor ability to maneuver and adjust to what COVID is looking like at that time, and really be able to adjust there because indoors is obviously more contained to the virus and can spread it more. It's a plus and a minus. We still got to wait 2 more months, and that's really unfortunate for all these athletes and especially seniors who are trying to still get their offer. And it's very unfortunate that it's being delayed, but, nothing we can do about it. We just got to hang in there. But at least we're still getting hope at winter season. Hopefully the virus goes away and we can get this started and rolling by February, and hopefully we can still have that winter season by mid-May to June. So let's keep our hopes up, keep hanging in there, and just keep on grinding through this time. I believe in all of you, and I wish you all the best through this hard time. So thank you for tuning in to another episode of Blake's Take. I appreciate you all who come and support me, and you can catch me on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and or YouTube, and you have a great rest of your night. See you tomorrow.